hemiola is a rhythm that is consistent in and of itself, superimposed, I guess, over another meter. So if you play groups of 3 in, for example, 4/4, that is a hemiola. So that's going to add up every third bar. As you can see, I have a blues here, a blues in F, and I wrote a rhythm, a very common hemiola rhythm, I guess you would call it, which is 2 dotted quarter notes, which creates 3 quarter notes, right? So it's a group of 3 in 4/4 time. So if I have a 4/4 time here, 90 beats per minute. So here I have 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I think of groups of 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There, it starts over, right? So if I take this rhythm, 2 dotted quarter notes, dum, 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 dum. There it starts over. So I'm gonna play the chords of a F jazz blues or bebop blues, whatever you want to call it, using this rhythm as the example is showing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think most of you can hear the blues go by, right? But just to be more, to show you better what I mean, I'm going to play it over a backing track here. So bear with me. So you hear it's not super strange, right? You hear this kind of rhythmic approach a lot of times. Sometimes the player will kind of hint to that rhythm. You can definitely hear like players like Wes Montgomery play this kind of thing all the time. So what we're gonna practice this rhythm with the metronome, and we started with 90. And I have an accent on the 1, so you can hear the beat, right? So now, most of you know that when you play with the metronome, and if you want a swing feel, it's better to put the metronome on beat 2 and 4. So that would be half of 90, which is 45, obviously. So here's 45. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a little bit more tricky, and it's really good exercise for practicing timing, because now you're not you're not depending on the metronome, right? You're just using the metronome to make sure that you're not speeding up too much or slowing down, right? So, but you're not relying on the metronome, which is great. So if you want to make this even more difficult, you want the metronome to play that rhythm. Oh, and by the way, I should mention that you can see there that when the beat falls on beat 4, that you can see in the first bar there, I anticipate the next chord. Or if it's on beat 4 and, like the B diminished there, I always anticipate the next bar, so I play the B flat a beat early. You don't have to do that. It's just something I like to do because it gives you that forward motion that you kind of want when you play jazz, so, or music in general. So that's just something that to be aware of that. Okay, so we're gonna find the tempo that would create the dotted quarter notes, and we had the original tempo was 90. So the dotted quarter notes would be 60, right? Because if you divide a 90 into 3, you get 30, and if you take 2 of those, you get 60. So there is a Wikipedia page that can explain the formula that you want to use to find the new tempo like that. Sometimes you have a song that changes tempo in that according to that system, and it's called metric modulation, right? So I'm not gonna get into that too much here. So I picked 90 because it's an easy number to divide in this case. So 60, here's 60. These are the quarter notes. Oh, sorry, the dotted quarter notes. Okay, so now I'm gonna play the just quarter notes, but using this metronome as the pulse, the dotted quarter note as a pulse. So the tempo is here, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let me do that again. Okay, so that wasn't perfect, but you get the idea. So now, hopefully you can hear there's like 2 pulses going on at the same time, kind of. And so, why are we doing this? Well, it's because when you play, especially swing is not an exact science. It's not like it's like very ambiguous. When you hear really good players with a really great time feel, like a swing feel, it's not obvious where they feel the time. So you want to be able to approach the same tempo from many different angles, and this gives you a whole new angle, right? So by the way, the blues is perfect for it because it's a 12 bar thing, so it adds up evenly every time. If you pick another standard with a like a 32 bar standard, it's gonna be a little bit different, right? So I recommend starting with the blues. So I'm gonna try to play hemiola in my solo now. Just show you that you can use that kind of rhythmic feel when you're soloing too. And you don't have to stick to it all the time. You can kind of mess around with it. So hopefully I can give you an example of that.